Was that it, Joe?
That is it for this edition of the Juicy Steel. Of course, if you want to send
in, I want to thank you for coming in and sitting in when I was in the hospital, and also sitting in right now. Always a pleasure to have you on the show. What do you got going on? What do you got going on that you want to plug, my brother?
Well, look, the big thing is we're back. NWA on Fight TV. That's our new home for everything. Conan, I'm gonna hook you guys up with a code ski so you can watch NWA Power, because I know you don't want to. You don't want to be on subscription.
No, we're not gonna pay, but because we watch too much wrestling, we. Bro,
I hear you. I'm
supporting the boys. Support us. We were in the business for a long time.
I'm gonna get you a code ski from Mike Weber, and you're gonna watch NWA Power, and you're gonna like it.
Yeah, and then like I said, we'll talk when gets back to normal. I know I've said this a million times, but we'll do something.
Here it comes.
Something cool.
Here it comes.
Okay. I'm saying it publicly, bro.
I can't wait to come to Mexico in 2024.
Well, better late than never.
So, Nick, the last time you were on this show, so when you get on the show, you get subjected to our YouTube channel, the clips.
Oh yeah.
Where we get to frame the headlines to make you look like so we have 5,800 views on Nick Aldis on AEW's poor booking of MJF. So been a big hit.
Let me ask you a question.
Are you getting texts from MJF going to ask you why your question like the booking of his character? Right?
No.
Nick, let me ask you a question, because you've lost some people, but I wanted to see if maybe some of those people you can still work with. So you obviously aren't working with Eli Drake, right? LA Lightning or whatever the fuck he's called now.
LA Knight.
LA Knight. Then you got Thunder Rosa. She's in AEW. She's working.
Thunder Rosa is still under contract to the NWA. She's on loan. Okay. She's on loan to AEW from the NWA.
Okay.
She will be it.
I know there's somebody else I might be missing. Can you refresh my memory of somebody else?
Kingston signed a contract with AEW.
Right.
You know, look,
Ricky Starks, right?
Starks. I mean, but those guys weren't. I mean, all those guys were on kind of short term. You know, they were on short term agreements just for the tapings. But look, the Billy and Tony, from what I understand, they seem to be cool with each other. I kind of stay out of all that. I'm just like, hey. You know, I'm just focused on what I need to do to keep moving the company forward. And we've got a super strong lineup. In fact, honestly, the harder thing for this next season coming up is going to be how to get everybody featured well. Yeah.
Is there any names that you can give out? I mean,
well, the ones that have been announced that we have announced they've been filtering them out. Like Chris Masters or Chris Adonis, so he's gonna come on board. I'm excited about that. I'm excited for him because I feel like he's a guy who's sort of 100%. Like he got signed super young and now he's hit his peak, and it's like he's ready to
they with him a lot, and he's a good guy.
Of course, he's a great guy. Great brother. He's gonna. I've got a feeling he's really gonna thrive and deliver in this environment. Here, look, I'll give this one to you. I don't think it's been announced yet, but Melina will be back. I
thought she was doing good.
Yeah, she did. I agree. I think she did great on the show, and she made a significant impact. I think she surprised a lot of people in terms of how much juice she still has, and how much sort of response she got, and because she'd been pretty inactive, and I thought she delivered, and obviously Billy agrees, and she's back, and I think she's going to do really great. You're going to see emphasis on managers who are purely managers.
Do you have any new, like everybody uses all these old school guys for managers? You got any new guys?
Yes. There's so I don't know how much I can give away, but I think you'll see Melina operating primarily in that capacity. This isn't a newer guy. This is an old school guy, but I think you'll get a kick out of this. Austin Idol is
Oh,
is
yeah,
going
he's
to be
great.
back, dude. He was my manager for a while, so that's going to be interesting. But he's
Wasn't
such a trip.
wasn't he your manager on NWA for a while, right?
Yeah, he
I
was my
remember that.
manager. Yeah, he was
did
my
good.
manager for. Yeah, he did. Yeah, we had a little stretch together when I was sort of doing the traveling champion kind of thing.
Yeah.
Before we started doing the studio show and stuff like that. But he's a great guy. So there's a couple of
Were you a mark for Austin Idol growing up?
Not really. I was not really aware of him as a kid, but then later on, as I started studying the business, I became aware of him.
Great promo.
100%. And
And
dude,
a
a
great
real
look.
like, yeah, man, and like a trailblazer. Like Hogan kind of credits a lot of his sort of inspiration to to Idol, because Idol did Idolmania. That's where Hogan got Hulkamania from. And like a lot of guys kind of borrowed little bits from Idol, along with, like, there was like Idol, like Billy Graham, and like a few guys like that, Jesse Ventura, who kind of ended up being the sort of guys that were kind of a blueprint for that sort of blonde muscle guy kind of walk and talk kind of guy that got super over and
because I grew up watching that. You know what I'm saying? So those three guys you mentioned were all super over.
Right. And Idol drew huge money with, but he never really needed to venture out much further than like Memphis or Florida right.
Yeah, he wasn't that well known. That's the thing about him.
Right.
Outside of his area, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dude, he's a trip. I think a lot of guys are going to get some, he's got a ton of energy. I think a lot of guys are going to benefit from having him around from promo stuff, because dude can still cut a mean promo just like that. Like, he's a brilliant extemporaneous speaker.
And that's a great thing, bro. You want to mesh that experience with the youth and get a nice little mixture.
Dude, that's the emphasis. NWA Power, our emphasis is guys with size, verbal skills, and solid, believable, fundamental wrestling. Right.
So do you think Warhorse would wrestle with you or no?
Nothing. Warhorse?
Yeah. The guy that wrestled Cody.
His name has not been thrown around to the best of my knowledge.
You might want to look into him.